having a little bit of a tough night. You know, trying to make sense out of things that you can't make sense out of, right? It's a tough thing to do. Trying to make something make sense when it doesn't make any sense, right? What do you do about that? Look, I'm just gonna sum this up for you. I understand my wife had cancer for 10 years. She got diagnosed in 2015. But I don't care about the medical explanation for a second. Let's forget the medical explanation. Let's just talk about like that I lived with her every single day. And that counts for something. I don't care. That counts for something. Hey, what's up, Gia? That counts for something. That I lived with her every single day. And every single day, she didn't show signs that she had anything wrong. I'm with Sophia. I'm with Michael and William, by the way, in the supermarket. We just went out to eat. We just had some like pizza, chicken parmesan, pasta. You know. How you doing, Gia? I'll tell Sophia you said hello, and everybody you said hello. But anyway, I'm sorry to talk so deep about this stuff. It's just I use this live stream to vent. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm talking all this deep talk, but so basically, my wife shocked me. It shocked me. That's it, because I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming. I didn't see anything, any evidence, and that's what's scary about life is that sometimes someone could look a certain way. Someone could look completely fine to you, and could just shock you in like a moment's notice and get like very, very ill. And I never experienced anything like that in my lifetime. I never experienced a person that I know for 27 years who's always been strong and powerful and, nothing wrong. Suddenly, in about 2 or 3 days, get extremely, extremely sick. I never witnessed anything like this before. And it just blew my mind. And that's why I can't make sense out of it. G is here. She's on the live stream. William. Hey, Sophia, G is here. You want to say hello? Say hello to her.
Hi, Gia.
Sophia says hello. But anyway, we'll just hopefully get some bigger crowd here. That's why I'm having such a hard time with this. Is that I can't. It's like my mind can't get to a point to accept that someone who was always relatively, like in my opinion, healthy. You know what I mean? Like she looked like us. Jennifer didn't act like someone who had cancer. She didn't. She didn't. You could ask Sophia. You could ask Mike. She acted like she was okay. It got to the point I even forgot she even had cancer. You want me to tell you the truth? Like my brain, after 10 years of her always coming home from the hospital, always recovering, always being okay, you just get to a point where you forget it. You're like, she don't really have cancer, this girl. And it's just, I don't think I'm ever going to accept how someone can make such a dramatic change in a few days. It happened to a lot of people, though. It's like, look, I'm talking to a lot of people, and people have told me so many stories, and it has happened to a lot of people. It just never happened to me before in my lifetime. I never experienced it. But a lot of people told me, they're like, Rich, like, I'll give you like an example. I was reading online, there was this woman, broke my heart, man. Broke my heart. Very similar situation as me. She had like the marriage from heaven, her and her husband, just completely in love and wonderful life together. So he said he had like indigestion or something, like nothing crazy. I went out to a restaurant to eat. I was reading this online. So she takes him to the hospital. Within a few hours, the guy passes away. Whatever it is, I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if something really severe must have happened to him, but she didn't get into the exact cause of him passing away. But the thing is this: what exactly causes that? How could a person be okay 1 minute and then, like, I don't know, immediately not okay? But that's life, right? I guess that's life. That's the way life is. They say here today, gone tomorrow, right? I've been hearing that expression my whole life. Never really took it seriously until now. Now I'm taking it seriously. You hear all these expressions, you're not guaranteed tomorrow, all this crazy stuff. But you have like a certain confidence in life. You have like a certain confidence. You have like a belief that you look at a person and you say to yourself, I have faith in this person. Like I have confidence, you know what I mean? I have belief that this person is okay. Like, it's kind of like a security blanket, you know what I mean? Whether that's your mother, you know what I mean? Whether that's your wife, you know what I mean? It doesn't make a difference, but you believe that this person, just you have a belief. Like this person is okay. I have confidence that this person will be okay tomorrow. I have confidence. And I'm telling you in life, you never know what's going to happen. And that's why if you really want me to tell all of you something, cherish your family. I'm going to tell all of you something. Cherish your mom. Cherish your father. Cherish all of your family. Just trust me. There's no reason to ever get mad at your family. Even if there's a stupid little thing, like a stupid disagreement, now you get over that right away. You get over that right away. Because life is too short. Thank you, Vibrant Eye. Life is too short. And I've learned that now. Like, I'll make you laugh. There's this guy, we were at McDonald's like a couple of days ago. And he was with his I guess maybe it was his, I don't know. It could have been his wife, his girlfriend. He's screaming at McDonald's that the Happy Meal is $2 more than like what he normally pays for it. Like he normally pays $2 less. The guy was having a complete nervous breakdown. Complete nervous breakdown. Over $2. And I'm thinking to myself, this is what this guy's angry about. I was going to give him the $2 to tell him to go home and get his Shine Box. I was going to tell him, okay? This is what this guy's angry about. He's angry about paying $2 more than what a Happy Meal is. When my wife just passed away, my mom passed away, my whole family got like completely like messed up, This guy's worried about paying $2 more for a Happy Meal. Give me a break, man. But you see, I think that what happens in life, can I tell you what I believe that happens? When your life is secure, let me tell all of you something. And what do I mean by secure? I mean like you got your steady routine. Because I know all about steady routine. I know all about it. Whether it is you got your career, you got your job, you got your wife, you got your family, and every day you have like this kind of steady routine. You wake up at a certain time, you go to work, you come home, you're with your family, eat dinner, you do things together. You start to become, what's the word? Like very like secure. Like you're just secure in your environment. You're secure. And what happens is when you become very secure, you don't appreciate a lot of this stuff. You don't realize it. You take a lot of things for granted. Because it's all routine. It's all routine. You're like, look, everything's the same. Tomorrow is today. You know what I mean? What I'm going to do today, I'm going to do tomorrow. What I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to do the next day. That may not be the case. That's what I'm trying to make. I don't want to scare anybody. But my life took a complete turn in a matter of a couple of days. In a matter of a couple of days, I saw all of my routines. I saw everything that I once knew vanish and disappear into thin air. And the sick thing is I have to just accept it because there's nothing I could do about it. There's nothing I could do about it. I can't I could cry. I could get myself depressed. Not going to change anything. So I'm telling you, don't sweat the small stuff. All right, that's what I'm saying to you. Don't sweat the small stuff. Appreciate everything you have in your life because it could be gone. I don't want to scare people. But things that you think that you have today, you may not have tomorrow. That's what I'm saying to you. Things that you have today, you may not have tomorrow. So You could take my words seriously, or you could not take them seriously. But you know, nothing lasts forever. But sometimes, brother, he's the funniest guy. Bath Avenue, Brooklyn. Man. Oh man, you're funny, man. I lived I lived on Benson Avenue. I was right across from Bath Avenue. I spent many days at Bath Avenue. Forget about it. Oh man, good old Brooklyn, is always on my mind. Nothing lasts forever, but I even think that even that's too optimistic. You want me to tell you the truth? Like when you use the word forever, forever is a big word. How about nothing lasts a day? You ever hear a song called "What a Difference a Day Makes"? There's this jazz standard. Listen, I was from Avenue U originally. Okay, I was from Avenue U. We'll talk about that in a second. But anyway, there's this jazz song I used to play. It's called "What a Difference a Day Can Make." 24 little hours. So when you say nothing lasts forever, sometimes things don't last a day. Like, I look at life so differently now, guys. Like, I look at things differently. I don't know. It's like you could be gone in a day. Like it's crazy. I never thought my wife would pass away. Not at 46 years old. 46? No way. No way. Cancer, no cancer. She was a tank. My wife was a tank. This whole thing, it almost seems, I know you're going to think I'm a psycho, but I was talking to a few people about this. I'm starting to think like our lives have been pre-written. I'm starting to think that like, you can say it's part of God's divine plan, whatever the case may be. But I think that like, we don't know what our future is going to be, but I think God does. I think that he just it's all predetermined. It's pre-written. And, you can't question God's plan, right? You can't do it. You can't question it. But the way that this went down, it just seemed very, very odd. It seemed like it was like destiny almost. Like it just seemed like it was because it was like, it happened. You don't think we have free will. I know, there's the free will again. Let's talk about that, okay? Look at what happened in 9/11. Okay, so what's the free will? It's the guy who hijacked the plane. Like, what's the free will? What's the free will? Like, where's the free will in what happened in 9/11? Tell me. People went to work. They were innocent people. They didn't do nothing wrong. They were just going to work. And one of the biggest tragedies in our country's history happened. So when you say free, like where's the free will in that? Where's the free will? I'm just trying to like define to me what free will is with 9/11. What's free will? People just went to work, man. What's the free will? Tell me, define it to me. Don't you think that sometimes in life there are like these tragedies that kind of should not happen? Don't you believe that? No, but I'm asking you, don't you believe that, or do you believe everything is free will? Sometimes there's tragedies, man. There's tragedies that shouldn't happen. And I question that. Maybe you don't question that, but I question it. I question when something does not make sense. Here we go. I question that stuff. You know what I mean? Yes. Sanov. Yes. Thank you, Sophia. What happened to my family just doesn't seem right to me, okay? Okay, but let me ask you a question. Because I really want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. So if what you're saying is true, then what do we need God for? if what you're saying is true, then there's no point to having, there's no point to God. Because if what you're saying is true, you get some guy who's a maniac, right? Whether he's driving drunk, whether he decides to go completely, freaking crazy, and just starts like a friggin' massacre or some shit. So what you're saying is we can't stop these people, right? We can't stop them, right? So if that's the case, why do we need God for? Just what do we need him for? If he's never going to get involved. See, but this is not what people say. Because I talk to a lot of people about God, and you know what people say? People say the exact opposite, though. People say, wait, let me read this here, Hound Lover. I don't agree with the free will used the way your other sub used it. Your wife didn't pass because of her free will. No, she was a victim. Listen, my wife, like so many people, hey, what's up, Angel, did nothing wrong. You understand? They were a victim. They went to work and they unfortunately got cancer of no fault of their own. Well, that depends on your religious beliefs. I agree. There's so much bigger than us, but it's all perspective. I'm just saying that I've spoke to people in my life, and this is what they said. Now, I don't know if it's real. I don't know. But like, sometimes people go through these life-altering experiences, and they credit God. I can't tell you how many times they credit God. My son was addicted on heroin. I should give you an example. Nothing we did helped. Nothing. He went to rehab, We tried everything. We locked him in a room. We did everything. The guy would jump out the window. He'd find a way to get heroin, right? But then he became a born-again Christian. I'll just give you an example. And he found God, and he got off the heroin. He got off the heroin. So, and that's only one example. I could give you so many examples where people say, God was with me, I was alone, I was out of gas, I was in the middle of the desert or something. Like, I had crazy people tell me this story. Like, this relative of mine was in Arizona. It's like, I thought like coyotes are gonna kill me, and I'm just driving. I have like literally no gas. The next thing I know, by magic, I came across a gas station. Yeah, five guys, one is awesome, man. But the thing is that, so let's say, is it true that God helps you once in a while? Like, who believes that? Did you ever have an experience in your life where you thought you were finished for sure, but God, you believe God saved you? But then if God saved you, doesn't that stop the whole free will theory? Doesn't that, like, you understand what I'm trying to, like I'll give you an example. Where's that Bath Avenue guy? Vinny. One of the things, I don't know if you had to do this on Bath Avenue, but I'm going to tell you something about the Avenue U boys, okay? One of the things that we had to do to get into the Avenue U boys was we had to jump off the Rockaway Bridge. This is one of the things we had to do to be a part of the Avenue U boys, okay? So when I was a young kid, it was me, a buddy of mine, Turk, and a buddy of mine, John. We call this guy Turk. He was Turkish, okay? We had Little Turk and Big Turk. We also called him Brown, which I'm not going to get into the reason why, but use your imagination. But anyway, so it was Brown, and it was me, and it was my buddy John. Right now, John's already in. He's already part of the crew. So Brown is on the Rockaway Bridge. He's in his boxer shorts, right? He's up there for an hour. He's afraid to jump off. There's rocks, there's friggin' boats. He's freaking out, this guy. He's like, it's about 108 feet. It's about 108 feet. So, long story short, there's this old guy, right, that was next to him. And he looks at him and he goes, jump, just like that. Jump. And it was so funny, man. This guy was like 90 years old. Jump. He still wouldn't do it, right? Okay. So he looks at me, I look at him, I'm like, you're like such a pansy, I said to this guy. I'm like, you got no balls, man. You got no. He goes, Richie. He goes, there's no way you would have the balls to jump off this bridge right now. He goes, you talk so much garbage. You talk so much shit. I got no balls. I said, I got diamond effing balls of steel, mother effer, right? So I go up on the bridge. I look at him. I had all my clothes on, jeans, sneakers, like a psycho. I go, booyaka, and I jump off. Now, I was young back then. This was about 18 years old or something. I landed on my ass. Man, did that shit hurt. Man, did that shit hurt. My ass was cherry red, man. Like she's my cherry pie. Okay? So, about 2 minutes after I jumped, a boat passed by. Okay, so my friend told me, my friend jumped off the bridge to save me. He thought I died or something. He's like, is this guy alive? He thought maybe, you know what happened to me. He's like, Richie, are you all right? Because he didn't see me. I was under the water. He didn't see me. He jumps off the bridge, my friend, John, to try to rescue me. I swam back 15 minutes to shore. And, oh man, that was a hard swim, by the way. Long story short, my friend sees me, I'm on the shore. He's like, you mother effer, you son of a bitch. He's like, he goes, I just jumped off this bridge for you. Okay, so what's the point of the story? Did God help me? Like, did God save me from hitting that boat? Did he get involved? Did he? Or was it just like the luck of the Irish, except I'm Italian? Was it the luck of the Irish, but I'm Italian? Yes, because I try to think. I used to think about this stuff when I was a young guy. I used to think about this stuff, and I used to think. I used to believe. I always believe God is good. I would say God is good. God is good. God. I wrote a song called "God Is on Your Side," and I used to believe that God does help you. Yes, and I also believe God helps those who helps themselves too. No physics and timing. I don't. It could have just been timing. I don't know, but. I missed this boat literally like by a minute. Anyway, God is just an effective strategy to keep some people in line. Well, I'm going to tell you the thing. So it's either one of two things. It's either God is selective. This is what we got to figure. And he only helps people he wants to help, right? God is selective. Or there is no God. I'm going to give you all the options, okay? Or there is a God, and he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care. Like, you ever watch that comedian George Carlin? Like, you know what I mean? He used to joke about this shit all the time. And he was like, look, it's either there is no God or he just doesn't give a shit. Because according to all of your theories, if God doesn't get involved, right, it's all free will. Well, then he doesn't give a shit, correct? He doesn't care. What's 3 mean, Sophia? Well, I will tell you this. My wife, I'm going to tell you a story here. My wife wasn't like a type of person that will bullshit you. My wife tells it like it is. She would have bullshit you. And when she was on the ventilator, she had the oxygen tube down her throat. She was on the feeding tube. She was answering questions coherently, like nodding her head yes and nodding her head no. So she was coherent. Even the doctors were saying it to me that she was following instructions. So it did seem she was coherent. Now here's the thing. I asked her, Jennifer, I said, do you see your mother? Her mother passed away from acute leukemia in 2017. I said, do you see your mother, Linda? She nodded yes. I said, is she in this room? Is she an angel? I said, is this a dream? This is real? So she passed away the next day. Was she bullshitting me? Was she delirious? John, look, John. John, I hate it when people say this shit, John. John, I hate it when people say this shit. I hate it when people say this shit. You don't make any sense in what you're saying. You don't make any sense in what you're saying. John, you have to stop saying that stuff. You have to stop saying that stuff. Okay? There's no time limits here. Okay? There's no time limits, okay? You want to know what I base it on, John? I base it on how a person looks. That's what I base it on. Now, I understand that that's not the way you can base it on because, like you said, sometimes people could instantly die, instantly pass away. But I don't know. I guess that's just the way I see it in my head. I guess we're all different. If I look at a person, example, and they look good, and they're talking, and they're walking, and they're functioning, it's very hard for me to accept within a few days that person will be on a ventilator and a feeding tube. Okay, that's just me. That's just me. Look, you might feel differently than me. You might disagree with me. That's fine. And you have every right to do that. But I just can't make sense out of it in my head. I can't make sense out of it in my head how within a couple of days, someone's health could dramatically change unless it was planned, right? Unless it was predetermined. There's just contradictions in the Bible, and it gets proven it's false time and time again. That's right. Like in other words, look, unless something makes sense to me, I question it. That's it. I'm sorry. I question things that don't make sense. Now, you know what it is with everyone else in the world? They're all like John Bitton. Everyone else in the world is like John Bitton. Don't question anything. Don't question anything. Accept everything. No matter how insane it is. No matter how insane it is. I'm sorry. Wait. I made a mistake. I brought this guy back. I got to do it again. I made a mistake, Sophia. I was trying to ban him, but you banned him first. When he comes back, ban him again. Ban him again. Ban him again. Bye-bye. I got him. I got him. He's gone. He's gone. Don't listen to it. So anyway, when something doesn't make sense to me, I question it. That's it. When something doesn't make sense to me, I question it. I question it. I can't change that about my personality, okay? That's my personality. I can't change it. I can't change that. And I'm tired of people asking me to be someone I'm not. Like, everybody wants me to just close my eyes, shut my ears. You know, you ever see the movie Scarface? Where the guy's like, remember Frank says to Tony Montana, he goes, so you're making moves? He says, you're making moves without me? He goes, Frank, I got eyes. He says, I got ears, I hear things, I see things. He goes, you understand? I got eyes. The eyes never lie, Chico. It's like, I see things, I hear things. You want me to not question it when it doesn't make sense? It doesn't make sense what happened to my wife. Listen, do you guys know the odds? Okay. Do you know the odds that your mom and your wife pass away within 2 weeks? It's insane odds. It doesn't happen. Listen, it doesn't happen. I'm sorry to break it to all of you. I think I looked up in history. Like, here's one example. Teddy Roosevelt, it happened to. Where his wife and his mother passed away instantly, right? Teddy flipped out. Teddy Roosevelt went nuts. He left his child, I think it was Alice, with his sister. Ran away from town, went to Dakota, left politics, became a friggin' rancher. Told everybody, don't mention my wife or my mother to me for 2 years. Anyway, it's rare. It's rare, detective. It's rare. It's rare. So, look, there's nothing I can do about it, but I'm not going to be happy about it. And I'm not just gonna blindly be like some idiot who just says, "Oh, it's God's will," and all this friggin' bullshit. No, I'm pissed off. And I'm gonna make everybody know I'm pissed off about this. I'm gonna talk with priests. I'll talk to everybody. Look, I don't want to argue with you. Just let me get rid of this guy. Guys, stop arguing with me. Stop comparing my situation to everyone. I hate it when people do this shit. Guys, stop comparing. Stop comparing my situation with everyone else. Just stop doing it, man. Stop doing it. Just stop doing it. Why do you have to do that all the time for? Like, guys, I know many people have problems. God bless them. God bless everyone in this world. But stop comparing what I feel is unfair to the rest of the world. Stop doing that. And I know that you're going to keep doing it, but you should stop. You should stop. You should stop. Okay? So it's either going to be we live in a world where we care about each other, or we tell each other to go F each other. So which world do you want to live in? I believe we should live in a world where we should care about each other. That's the world I want to live in. And that's why, thank you, Laura, it gets to the next point of this live stream, which is, yes, we did suffer a major tragedy in our family. My beautiful wife, Jennifer, at 46 years old, passed away after a 10-year battle with cancer. 2 weeks later, my beautiful mother, Josephine, passed away. Besides the huge emotional hurt that we're facing, which is catastrophic, which is very severe, and I can't even tell you how severe it is. I can't even tell you. I'm facing a tremendous financial issue as well. And I kindly and respectfully ask people to consider a service that I have, which is a beautiful service. I call it the thank you song. Okay? What is the thank you song? If someone makes a very small cash app, has to be a cash app. You could do a super chat from the goodness of your heart. But in order to get this song, it has to be a cash app. It could be $10, anything. My cash app is right below. You see the Sophia comment that's below? It's pinned. You see it right here on the chat, the Sophia comment. Click on it, you see the cash app. It's the $ Richard Lavoie. God bless Demonic Minx. And my son. Now let's get rid of this guy. If someone would consider to do a very small cash app, which is the cash app is below where it says the Sophia's comment, $ Richard Lavoie. Mr. Tanaka. That's from Kill Bill. I will record a video for you with the thank you song. It's an original jazz blues composition that I write for you. I perform for you on a short video I will upload on YouTube. And ultimately, it's to celebrate your good heart, your good deed, and to celebrate the beautiful life that my wife and mother lived. Now that's it. I'm not here. If someone would like to do it, God bless. If someone would not like to do it, that's okay too. But I'm still going to keep mentioning it because it's important to me. It's important to me. God bless you, Demonic Minx. What's up, Back to the Future? What's up, Demonic Minx? Did anyone bother you? She was working in the downtown area. John Ben. After all of that, he supports me. God bless you, John. Thank you, John. God bless you. I know you don't mean any harm, brother. It's just I can't look at it the way that you see it. I can't look at it that God gave me 10 years. It didn't make sense the way it went down, brother. It was too fast, John. John, it was too fast. How she got sick like this, John. John, she was okay for 10 years, and then in a matter of a couple of days, the girl got very sick. I can't just look at it that way, brother. I'm not trying to be mean. I can't just look at it that way. Oh, God gave me 10 years with my wife. I can't look at it that way. I'm sorry. I don't mean any disrespect to you. I don't mean any disrespect. But thank you for the super chat. God bless. Oh, when I talk with Trump, I was working for, my wife was in a hospital back then too, but she wasn't in a hospital for cancer. It was a crazy situation. It was an accident, you know, it was an accident what happened. My son scratched my father's leg. My father had cellulitis. It was a crazy situation. This is when Mike was a little kid. He was a little kid. And he, by accident, he scratched Jennifer's face, and she got cellulitis on her face. It was a crazy thing. And yeah, we had to rush her to the hospital. It was very serious, an infectious disease. She had to get antibiotics in her right away. So she's in the hospital, and she recovered completely from that. I was working for a real estate marketing company. I called up the Trump organization because one of the accounts we had was Kushner Companies, which was Jared Kushner, the husband of Ivanka Trump, Donald Trump's daughter. And I spoke to the vice president of marketing at the Trump organization, and I was able to get an appointment with her. Okay, Amanda Miller. A really nice lady, Amanda Miller. She was the one who was the secretary on The Apprentice, by the way. She did a beautiful video of Donald Trump's private jet. You know, beautiful, beautiful woman from Rhode Island. So she's the vice president of marketing at the Trump organization. So I got her on the phone. I was like, you know, Amanda, how you doing? I opened the accounts for Kushner, Jared Kushner, the father, Charlie Kushner. And she goes, that's great. You know, I said, I'd like to show you some of my ideas for branding for the Trump organization. She goes, absolutely. So I actually got an appointment. So I got to the Trump organization. You know those famous elevators, the gold elevators? My name was actually on a list. Could you believe it? You have to stop it. You have to. My name was on a list. They're like, oh, Mr. Lavoie, yes. Amanda Miller's expecting you upstairs. I think it was like the 26th floor or something like that, I believe it. If I remember correctly, I think. If I remember correctly, I think. But anyway, so I go up there. I sat down with Amanda. We go over all the ideas. She loved it, right? Donald Trump's walking right past me. Thank you, Joseph. I immediately stop him. I said, Mr. Trump, I want you to see this. I'm meeting with Amanda Miller. All right, Vinny. I said, I got an amazing idea for the Trump brand. Take a look at this real quick. And he actually stopped. And he looked at everything, and I was talking to him for 5 minutes. Shook his hand. Everything's great. Yeah, I met Donald Trump before he was president. Amanda said to me, I'll never forget this. She said, I have to tell you something. She says, take care, Vinny. She goes, I have to tell you something. She says, I have never seen Donald Trump stop for someone. She said, like he stopped for you. She says, I've seen world leaders try to stop Donald Trump. She goes, and it didn't work. She goes, she goes, you are an amazing person. You actually got him to stop for like 5 minutes and talk to you. She goes, it's absolutely, she goes, I can't do that. She goes, I can't do what you just did. What you just did was incredible. She said that to me. She's like, unbelievable what you just did. I don't know. I guess it's my personality. It's just the way I said it to him. You know, he was walking past me. I said, Mr. Trump, you have to see this. I was very, very stern. I said, I got an amazing idea. I'm meeting with Amanda Miller. Check out what we want to do for branding for the Trump organization. He stopped. And he looked at it, and he was like, and I was talking to him, I said, do you like this design? Do you like that design? Which one do you like better? He goes, I really like this one, he said. He goes, this is really nice, he said. This was in the Trump Tower on 5th Avenue, 57th Street and 5th Avenue. So anyway, that's the Donald Trump story. Donald J. Trump. Yes, I met Trump. Shook his hand, talked to him for 5 minutes. I met a lot of celebrities. But that was probably the biggest one right there, right? Just consider it a thank you song service. It's not begging. It's not begging. This is called doing something good from your heart. You understand? Do something good from your heart. You know, we should all care about each other in this world. We should care about one another. My family went through a major tragedy. Listen, I don't wish what we went through on anybody. I don't wish what we went through on anybody. And a sign of love and support is what me and my children need right now. We need it. And maybe you could find it in your heart to consider that. Take care, demonic minx. God bless you. You supported us many times. So, long story short, if you're interested, the Cash App is below. You see the Sophia comment that's pinned. $ Richard Lavoie. You know, simply send anything you'd like. $5, $10, Cash App. You'll see the Cash App below. The Sophia comment is pinned. Click on the Sophia comment, $ Richard Lavoie, $ capital RICHARD, capital LEVOI. Take care, demonic mints. This is not a charity service. It's an entertainment tip. I say it a million times. Not a charity. Not a 501c. Entertainment tip. In exchange for any type of entertainment tip, I will create a video, upload it in my shorts. It's called the Thank You Song. I'm going to play the piano. I'm going to play a beautiful jazz blues composition and dedicate it to your good-hearted deed, as well as dedicate it to celebrate my wife's life and my beautiful mother Josephine's life. So you could be, let me get rid of this person here. So you could be a part of something wonderful. And it's up to you. No pressure. But with that said, I'm going to probably end the live now because we're going to get out of here. It's a school night, you know. Kids got to get home. I miss my wife very much. I miss my mother very much. Truly is the most heartbreaking, devastating time in my life, as well as my children's life. Keep us in your prayers. God bless you. Back to the future. I love you, brother. Have a great night. Good night, demonic minx and everyone. Thank you to John Bitton. Have a great night. I'll be back. God bless.